How you guys doing? I'm back with another video, and we're gonna go ahead and get right into this one. It's not gonna be about really retention, but I always end up talking about retention here and there. So just tap in and listen to just what I gotta say about this one here. So a lot of guys. My pants are so ripped, guys. Like, it's kind of crazy. A lot of guys, they try to impress women. This is a ghost, guys. Like, I like to drink the ghosts. A lot of guys, they try to be impressing women in life, guys. And why do they do this? Why do they try to impress women so hard? Why do so many men try so hard to impress women? Like, I've even found myself, maybe not, I think maybe one time I tried to impress a girl, actually. I'll be completely honest. Like, one time I was actually trying to, like, impress a woman. But most of my life, I've never really tried to, like, impress women. It was like one time I tried to, and it didn't work out, guys. Why do we try to impress women? You know, we try to get the car, we try to get the house, we try to get this status, right? If you notice, like, most of the guys that have success with women, they don't try to impress women. They just do what they do. They don't try to impress anybody. They're really just battling themselves. Like, they're just doing 1v1, right? You versus yourself. Your competition really is yourself. It's not anybody out here. It's not anybody external. It's not anybody that you think. Gaining all these external things in life really don't make you any cooler. We think they do, but it doesn't really make you that cool. You know? Like, it's cool to have them. I'm not going to lie. Like, it's cool to have something cool. But it's really about your energy, right? It's really about who you are more than anything else, guys. Because you could be a cool guy, right? Like, somebody who's just battling himself. Like, you don't have to technically, like, do anything that is seemed to be cool, right? You don't have to, like, ride motorcycles. You don't have to, like, longboard like how I do. I like to longboard. You don't have to skate. You don't have to do any really thing that is like that, guys. Like, you don't have to pick up, like, a hobby like that, guys, and pretend to be like you're cool, right? Because that's really technically what you're doing. You're pretending to be something in order to attract women. Now, skating, of course, is like something, if you're not good at it, you're gonna look goofy in the first place on it. So it takes some time before you get good, right? But some guys, they'll be like I saw, like, a couple, like, Instagram videos where guys are just riding without helmets. You know, riding motorcycles without helmets. It's like, you have the bike, which is cool. I'm not going to deny, like, having things in life is cool. Having a nice bike is cool. But riding without a helmet is a dumb decision. You know? And why are they riding without the helmet, especially a full face helmet? Like, if you notice, like, it's in particular people, right? They're riding a bike. They don't want to get, like, that cut off helmet, the bowl shaped helmet, like a heart, like some Hells of Angel kind of people, right? But they don't want to get a full face helmet because they want people to see them riding a motorcycle. That's probably why they do it. Like, the most obvious answer with anything in life is probably the truth. Like, why you would do it is probably why somebody else would do it, right? So it's like, if you are riding a motorcycle, trying to look cool, and you're riding with no helmet, you know, that's risky. It's a risky maneuver. And you can really hurt yourself, of course, right? You can hurt yourself just riding a motorcycle to begin with, but I'm just saying, like, guys, like, some people don't have, like, any, I don't know, I feel like the common sense nowadays, sometimes guys, they don't have, like, any, like, I feel like a lot of guys, I'm not saying, like, everybody, but I'm just saying a lot of guys, they don't have, like, and women, I'm not just saying guys, they just don't have a lot of common sense, guys. Like, a lot of people don't have just that, like, I didn't think about that before I did it kind of a sense, right? Now, I know that God is the one that's controlling us, guys, and I always talk about God and grace and things like that, and we do stupid things. I've done stupid things too, you know what I mean? Speeding, not too fast though. I usually am never, like, I got one speeding ticket, guys, but I've never gone, like, really, really fast. You know, just doing stupid stuff. Like, when we're young, we do stupid things, like, right? Even when we're told not to do them, but we do them anyway. But what kind of like what the topic is about is why do guys try to impress women when they could just look within? You know, I was talking about something in one of the previous videos where it's like, if you're a guy and you don't look at yourself realistically, like, who are you gonna really be with, you know? If you don't really, like, think about what do you look like, right? I mean, what do you physically look like? Right, guys? Do you have muscle? Do you have good definition? Do you have, like, a decent looking face? You know what I mean? Is there things that you can change that improve your looks all around? Can you make yourself, because, like, there's guys out there who go from, like, got no girls, got no game, because I don't believe in game. Game is, like, it doesn't work, guys. Like, a lot of people talk about game. Game is BS. Please, I'm sorry. I'm tired of hearing guys talk about game. Game is the most stupidest thing people ever brought up and tried to say, and I don't know why people still believe in some just blah 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 that the mouth does the work. I mean, no, man. Like, if communication, like, really is mostly body language, right? Why do you think your words are really gonna make that extra it's really only 15%, guys. Women aren't listening to what you're really saying. They're listening to what your body is saying, right? What your body language is saying. And most people, that's how we communicate. Like, before, when we were cavemen, we weren't talking English, you know. We were not trying to make this video, like, ridiculous right now, but I just have, like, a good amount of energy and just trying to, you know, get this out here. It's body language, guys. And body language is really portrayed by your energy, right? How you feel about a certain situation. You know, that intuition is really strong, guys, especially if you're retaining. If you're retaining, like, your intuition's on par, like, it's 10, you know? It's like 98% correct. I feel like you just know, like, you just can feel it. You can sense things that you have that spider sense in a way, guys. Like, it's tingling. You just know for some reason, you just know, guys. The thing is, look at yourself, right? Look at who you are. And if you could improve yourself, try to improve yourself. But you still got to understand, like, where you stand on a radar, right? Like, we judge women by a scale. Sometimes guys do that. I don't do that anymore. I don't look at a girl and go like, oh, she's a 10 or she's this. That's just you got to leave that stuff alone, guys. If you're still doing that, it's kind of bad, in my opinion, at least. If you do that, that's your decision. But hey, you know, to each his own is what I always say. Don't look at girls in, like, a scale, guys. Like, but if you were to look at it more as in, like, the beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, it's like, it's true. If you're beautiful to a lot of people, if you look beautiful to a lot of people, like, you look like a very handsome man, right? Everywhere you go, you're attractive, that attractive energy. You don't really have to be tall, guys. Like, it's not about the height. It's not about, I mean, it is about what you wear, but like I said, guys, it's a multitude of things, but it's mostly about your energy. It's mostly about what your energy is, guys, and the scenario. I think the environment has a big play on it too, right? You meet a girl at a certain place, that environment kind of like has an energy of its own. You meet a girl at like a bookstore, you know, at Barnes and Nobles or something. It's a different energy than the beach, you know, or a grocery store. You meet her at Sprouts or something. Total different energy. You see what I'm saying, guys? So depending on the energy, you kind of got to match the energy of where you're at, but then come with your own energy. And you could be wearing just like a basic t-shirt like this, guys, like a white t-shirt, a blue t-shirt, a gray t-shirt. Really doesn't matter what kind of like outfit you got on. Like, it's cool if you have nicer clothes and you look the par, you know. It definitely like adds on to who you are. You know, I'm not gonna say that. I think when you wear certain clothes, because women really notice clothes. Like, they notice clothes. That's why they're always shopping and stuff, guys. If you wear certain clothes, you're in that status. Like, you're in that kind of status. Like, if you're wearing like a suit and tie everywhere, you know, and you're driving a certain car, you're like your status level has changed, right? Like, certain women will be more attracted to you, and it's not just because of money. Like, you might have money, but you know, or you might not really have that much money, but you just your presence is like always like I'm looking fly, right? I got a nice outfit on. That's gonna like, it's really gonna broadcast through the air, guys. Like, that's what you show up as. Like, that's who you are. You're not gonna be caught like in a white t-shirt and some baggy jeans one day. You're gonna be, if they catch you the next time, or if they see, not catch you, but you know, if they see you another time, they're gonna think that you're gonna be in a suit, right? So it's always good to just dress how you feel is right, but always try to dress with style. There's got to be some style to it. It can't just be like some regular outfit. Like, I think that a lot of guys just throw on whatever. You know, I see guys with like the most dad look ever. Like, there was an older dude that I just saw earlier today. This bro was dressed, you know, got some style to him. Those are the things you're going to notice, right? Those things are noticeable, especially to women. You know, now you don't have to always have that, you know, you don't always have to have that presence about you, guys. And not everybody's going to go to those lengths to look, you know, fly, right? You want to look good. But you can still have the energy behind you. The energy is what really matters. The energy is what is going to show people who you are. And if your energy is not right, you got to get it right, guys. Like, you got to get into, you know, maybe you got to let go of a couple things in your life. And we don't really want to do that, guys. But sometimes that's what you got to do. You got to let go of a couple things and get right within. Then you realize, okay, this is what works for me. This is what I could dress like. This is what, you know, will attract the kind of woman that I'm trying to be interested in. But always remember, guys, like, there are different levels. Now, like, if you're like a multi-millionaire, guys, like, you got money, understand that you're gonna attract women who are just good looking because you have probably fame or status and you have money. Now, you might not look the best. You might look actually kind of ugly, but you got that energy of like, you still, like, a lot of those guys that have that money, they still have a energy, and it might not be the best energy. They might not actually be good people, but they still have a energy to them that certain women are going to be attracted to them because of it. You know what I mean, guys? So having that energy is really what it is, guys, and realizing that it is all up to God. Like destiny is all is what destiny is all is freaking the Last Kingdom. Uhtred, he says that, and I like that show. It's pretty awesome. I've seen it a couple times, but yeah, it really is, guys. It's like you, like before in the past, guys, like people weren't really dressing up. Like I'm talking about a long time ago. People didn't dress up. They wore basic outfits. It wasn't even an outfit. They wore kind of like the same thing all the time. So it really was just about who you are. That was like majority of the human race. Basic, it was just body language. It's still body language. I think we think that it's about like, because we're so caught into this, like, we're caught into this world of like, I need to impress. I need to like woo this woman. I need to be with this woman or that woman. And a lot of these women, like, I'll be completely honest, they might not be out of your league, guys. I'm not going to say they're out of your league because I don't know you guys in particular. There might be some guys, but you got to understand, like attracts like, right? If you're a presentable person and you're decently attractive, like you're a handsome, like a lot of women think you're handsome, you're gonna attract whatever level of handsomeness you are to you, right? Of beauty, right? With women, right? Guys, if you're freaking 6'5", 270 pounds of muscle, and you're like a football player or something, maybe you're not a football player, but you're like, you make content, you know, you have a nice outfit on, you got good cologne, you look fresh, and you have the energy behind you. You gotta have the energy behind you too. You know, you can't just be like, the height it helps, but height isn't. If you don't have everything else on T, it's like, they'll look at you and be like, okay, yeah, you're tall. You'll attract what you are, like, right? You'll attract who you are into your life, right? So if you're fly to the T, you're just that dude. You ain't gotta say nothing. Like 6'8" the Great, right? I think that's his name, 6'8" the Great. And I see a couple of his videos, and I was even like, damn, brother, he's got it made. That guy's got it made. I mean, if you're 6'8", buff, handsome looking, I mean, bro, like, women are just walking up to him, just handing the phone, like, put your number in my phone. Because, all right, you stand out from the crowd, of course, right, guys? Because you're tall, and women do like guys who are taller. I mean, they do, but they don't really care so much, guys. They don't really care that much. Like, a lot of women don't really care that much. They care, but nah. They say they care, like, a lot, but guys, believe me, it's about your energy. Like, if 6'8" the Great was talking like hella ghetto and weird and stuff, they would be like, I'm not really that interested. But he's got that gentleman. He's like a gentleman, right? He's a gentleman, tall and handsome and good looking. You know what I'm saying, guys? Like, you ain't got no chance. But let's say if 6'8" the Great was, you know, pulling girls at a club, right? And then Chris Brown showed up, right? Like, you see what I'm saying, guys? Like, Chris Brown's not 6'8", obviously, guys. Chris Brown is not, you know. Chris Brown, you know, he's handsome too. He's got the looks. He's got the bread too. I mean, they both are like 6'8" the Great he's got some probably decent amount of money too, man. But like, come on now, Chris Brown's got the status, he's got the fame, he's got the looks, he can dance, he's got talent on top of everything. Like, I mean, he's like the whole package, right, guys? Now, when you're the whole package, you can pull Instagram models like they're nothing. You know, guys, that's what I'm trying to get at here in this video. And so don't try to impress. Try to work on yourself and work within first before you even think about trying to like, you should never look out here outside of this, like, of your body, right? You should never look to things to solve your problems. It seems like kind of counterintuitive, but it really is. You got to look within, and then you'll be able to find what's really meant for you. Because if you don't look within, like, you're really just kind of like, you know, you got to get right within first, guys. Like, that's what allows you to attract what you really want in your life. Or yeah, you get what I'm saying, guys. Like, finding the right look, finding the right style, finding the right, you know, like, it's like, I'll get into a little bit more deeper here, guys. Like, say if you were like say if you look like Paul Walker, right? You're a Paul Walker looking guy. You got that, like, you know, flippy, like, surfer dude hair. You got that, you know, that, you know, nice jawline, nice facial structure. Paul Walker wasn't really tall, guys. He was like he was average height, right? He wasn't really super built, but a lot of women thought he was really attractive. You know what I mean? He still has that energy to him. I would probably imagine Paul Walker like with a surfboard at the beach somewhere. You know what I mean? Just walking up to a girl and be like, "Hey, what's going on?" or something. I don't know how to impersonate him, but I'm just saying he'd probably say something cool, and a girl would be falling for him. You know what I mean, guys? It would just flow. It would just flow. Like, he would just be that surfer chill guy, right? And they're like, "Oh, hey, yeah, he's nice," you know. And if you're generally, I can't even say anything right now. All right, guys. If you're just a cool guy, like, it's gonna be easy. If you're right within too, it's like, man, they're gonna be cool with you. But so what I'm trying to get at here, guys, is like finding your style, finding your way. Is like me, like, for instance, I like to longboard. I like to, like, do certain, like, I like to play basketball. I like to do certain things, right, guys? I like to exercise too, guys. But I'm just saying, like, finding your style it can change. It can change a little bit if you want it to, but sticking to, like, kind of like one is the best if you want to, like, pull somebody, like, into who you are, right? Like, if I were to go just like full Rastafarian, like, I'm just like a Rasta now. I like embrace the religion, and I just, you know, I mean, obviously I still take care of myself, but just start wearing, like, tie-dye shirts, and, you know what I mean, like a Rastafarian, like, bun for my hair, you know what I mean? Not smoke weed or nothing, because you don't need to smoke weed to be a Rastafarian. But I'm just saying, like, if you just embrace that, you're gonna probably attract, you know. But if it's authentic, it's got to be authentic, you know, right, guys? Like if it's not authentic, they're gonna look at you and be like, "Dude, you look funny. Like, what are you doing? You're not from Jamaica. You're not the next Bob Marley. You're not, man. Like, you look cool, but they'll see right through the get up, and they'll go, nah, it's not it. Now, it's cool to listen to the music and stuff, guys, but I'm just saying, like, you got to be authentic with who you are and with your style. So if you like wearing just a white t-shirt, if you like wearing just like what I got on, right, just a blue V-necks, like, if that's you, just be you. I think a lot of people know this. They just don't understand that, like, it's important to build a style. Like, there are different types of styles, and just wearing like the dad fit, right? A lot of guys wear a dad fit where it just looks goofy to me. It's like too goofy. You know, you're wearing the khakis, and it's like khakis with the shirt tucked in, and and it's like a polo maybe, right? It's a polo, guys. Like everybody be wearing the same stuff. They got the smartwatch on. Like this, it's like with the Brooks, or like, you got some Brooks on. You got khakis and Brooks with a belt and a polo shirt with a comb over. And when it's hot, it's cut off khakis. But hey, I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. If that's you, if that's authentically you, then there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not judging, but to me, it looks a bit goofy. Hey, whatever. You know what I mean? When I used to work at a pool store, that's all I wore while I was at work. That was the dress code, that was the uniform. So I was there wearing the same thing, like a golfer outfit, basically, guys. But anyways, you can still style it up. You can still make it stylish. I think that people don't go into making it look a little eccentric, adding a little something extra into it, making themselves stand out a little bit more. They kind of want to just all be like the same look, guys. And when everybody looks the same, it looks like, how can you distinguish other people from another person? Now, a lot of these guys, I'm not going to say anything bad about people, because I don't. That's not who I am. But I'm just saying that you start to notice that a lot of these guys are married, right? They're married. They have kids. They're just, doing the day-to-day life things like everybody else. They're working a job. Like, there's nothing wrong with, wearing the khakis or just looking that way. There's nothing wrong with that, guys. Like, I'm not trying to bag on anybody. I'm just saying, when you're a little bit more free-spirited, and it's a bit different, guys, but sticking to a style is important. Sticking to a style, and then knowing where you kind of stand. I feel like some guys, they expect to be with like what's a good one? They expect to be with Megan Fox, right, guys? Like, come on, guys. Like, Megan Fox is, I mean, I at one point in my life, I was like, I ain't gonna deny it, guys. Like, she's pretty good looking. I was like, man, I'm gonna eventually talk to Megan Fox one day. No, that's not gonna happen, guys. No. I don't look like I would be a match, right? There's like, I gotta be like somebody Megan Fox would be like into, right? It's like, no, it's not gonna work. My style and my like energy is not gonna match, it's not gonna match with Megan Fox's energy, right? And if it were to happen to be like that, I would probably be already with her. I would have already attracted, that kind of relationship into my life. Like, that's how things work, and maybe if God wants that to happen somehow, I don't know. But, that's on his terms whenever it's supposed to. I don't think about Megan Fox, guys. I'm just putting that out in the air to, explain something here. I'm talking about when I was like younger, like a kid, guys, when I saw Transformers and stuff. The first movie, I was like, she's pretty good looking, right? Anyways, guys, what I'm trying to say here is, stay on your journeys like always. Retain. It will allow you to see, into yourself and be more connected with who you are, so you can figure out, who you might be with. Because some guys, like, might be a little bit hard to tell a lot of guys, is some guys, like, we're not meant to be in relationships. We're not meant to be with somebody. We're not meant to be married or have kids, and we're not meant to, we're just meant to be on this earth, complete our soul mission, and then go back to source. That's it. No kids, maybe not even a girlfriend ever, And some people think that's like such a weird thing to think about, Even women too, There's women out there who don't get married, don't have kids, just go through life. And I mean, even if they're attractive, they just don't. That's just not in their destiny, guys. Like, you gotta know what's in your destiny, and accept it for what it is. The more you accept it, you don't run from it, and you accept why, you know, you'll come to agreement with it, and you'll go, okay, well, yeah, you know, for some reason I can't have kids. Maybe you can't have kids, right? Or maybe you don't want to get married for, you know, certain reasons. Like, that's fine, guys. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that we're kind of like taught, right, as we grow older, taught what to be and where to sit and who to sit next to and who to interact with and who we can't interact with. And I mean, some of it can be beneficial, some of it can be kind of like not so good for you. It kind of brainwashes you into being somebody that you might have not even wanted to become, right? A lot of it is all destined, of course, guys, but sometimes we think that we should be in other people's lives or be something else, but we don't need to be anything else. We're here for a reason, you know. That's why you're here, and that's why we go through these different, you know, phases and things like that, guys. And understand that looking at yourself realistically and understanding where you or where you might go, who you might be with, is like a deep question, right? Looking at yourself in the mirror and not judging yourself and just being like, hey, you know, I'm here because of the choices I made, and the choices I made were really God's choices, and I have to come to acceptance of who I am, you know. And, you know, you gotta love yourself for who you are. Like, even if you don't feel like you love yourself, like, you gotta get to that point where you can just say, yeah, you know, I need to get right within myself first, and then I can go out and experience the world in a different kind of light, right, guys? I know this video is all over the place, and I try to keep it more on like the topic, which I totally forgot, guys. But anyways, peace out, have a blessed day, and like and subscribe if you want. Leave a comment down below if I missed anything, or if you guys have any questions about whatever the topic was, guys. I think I said it in the beginning of the video, but you know me, I like to ramble and I forget things sometimes. So anyways, peace.